started the last period of my life with school, and during that time that my brain wasn't totally developed, so like early 20s, right? They say that your brain doesn't fully develop until you're 25. Something closes in the front. Actually, even when you're 27, the little brain on top, like the skull, closes up. So if you're younger than 27, your brain, like skull, hasn't closed all the way or some shit. I don't know. Anyway, so during that time, my brain wasn't fully developed. My girlfriends and I decided that it was a good idea to solve our money sitch with going to ask for a job at the club. The club is basically a strip club. Anyway, so I'm from Chicago. We got ready, we got the job. There's 3 of us there. It was easy as not laughing at the dude whose eyes were facing 2 different directions and asked us to come this weekend. It was in the bag. Fast forward, I'm walking around at the club. And I see this guy and he looks up at me and I'm like, dude, I love your grill. I take another lap around the club, warm people up. Hey, what's going on? Hey, what's going on? Just like wink at people all the time. And so I go up to this guy again and he's with his friends. Most of the time guys are with their friends. I don't know, high-fiving, looking at asses, throwing money. I don't fucking know what people do at the club. I just work there. But anyway, so this guy, he looks up at me and he has adult braces on. And I'm like, okay, well, first of all, why didn't you just say, like, they're not adult braces, it's not a grill. And second of all, at that point I knew he didn't have any money. Like, I just gotta go. I just gotta walk away. You just smile and walk away. I mean, that guy had grace, though. He had grace enough to just laugh and say thanks so much for telling me that you love my fucking grill. They're actually adult braces! Anyway, I have no problem with braces. I had braces. Think my parents were paying for them. I didn't have to pay for them as an adult. Anyway. So, I mean, people who frequented the club sometimes look like they're acts of desperation, right? Well, speaking of acts of desperation, it's not really that easy for me to be up here. That brings me to my first period of my life, not second or third, which I'm in my third, I guess. I don't know what Either way, I can never really fully wrap my mind around why people say things like, why don't you just pretend the audience is naked? First of all, I think that's creepy. I don't want to even be imagining people without their California winter clothes, because I really can't see anyone's skin out here. I mean, I'm from Chicago, this is cold. I got soft out here. Anyway, it doesn't really work for me. Speaking of babies, I was at this grocery store, and there was just like minding my own business, filling up my bulk bag with stuff, and this lady looks at me, she's like, that's too much. I'm just like, what do you mean this is too much? Like, first of all, I think I know what's too much. Too much, I can tell you what's too much. Actually, too much is having your friend call you up. And she's like, yo, Michelle. She's on the toilet, first of all, let me just say that. She's like, Michelle, I think my butthole just fell out of my butt. First of all, Bethany, what do you even mean by fucking your butt falling out? Have you ever heard of prolapsed asshole? I guess that's a thing. I don't know. What the fuck, man? So, I'm totally interested in oversharing, but, that's just no holds barred. This is a new horizon of oversharing. But, oversharing is a thing that we like to do, especially in the advent of social media, whatever. That's why I'm like, my sister recently texted my family and I was just like, guess what, Michelle? I just got my, DNA test back, and I have all these DNA things that are just on my list, and I'm just from all these places. Well, I'm from the same places because we're sisters, right? But she's like, okay, Native American, duh. Spanish, duh. That makes sense. Other things, right? Well, I don't really even want to get a DNA test. You know why? Because I heard that they sell your information. I mean, I don't know. So instead, I want a DNA test for my cat. You know why? Because my cat's from LA, found it in the freaking garbage. Dumpster cat, really. When it was like 4 weeks old, it looked like a little rat. Well, I'm from Chicago. It was as big as a Chicago rat. It's not that small. And, I just think that he has a great lineage of alley cat in him. I would rather know about my cat, like, does he have some sort of Siamese? Is he Persian? Like, I don't know what kind of cat he is. He just looks like a black cat, I don't know. Anyway, that's it. I hope you guys have a great night.